Why do we fall for the same kind of person again and again? Why does love begin like a fairy tale and end like a Greek tragedy? Every relationship we enter feels new, yet the script feels eerily familiar. Different faces, same story, same heartbreak. Jung would say this isn't coincidence. It's your unconscious theater replaying its favorite myth. We're not just loving people. We're loving patterns, roles, and archetypes written deep inside the psyche. The hero, the lover, the innocent, the shadow. Each of us carries them within. They speak through our choices, our attractions, our heartbreaks. This video will pull back the curtain on those hidden scripts. We'll explore how ancient archetypes, born from myth, religion, and the collective unconscious, still choreograph our modern love lives. We'll uncover why you attract the same kind of partner, why certain relationships feel magnetic, and why others collapse under their own mythic weight. You'll learn how your inner archetypes and your partners create invisible dynamics, the rescuer chasing the victim, the hero avoiding the depth of the lover, the innocent yearning for safety yet running from growth. But most importantly, you'll learn how to break free, how to step out of the loop and create conscious love. Love that isn't born from your wounds, but from your wholeness. So watch till the end, because together, we'll decode your inner cast, reveal your dominant archetypes, and show how awareness can transform the way you love forever. Subscribe to The Hidden Self, where dark psychology meets philosophy, and let's journey into the unconscious together. Because the person you love most might just be the mirror showing you who you really are. Carl Jung believed every human carries a collective inheritance, archetypes, the universal patterns of human behavior. They are not learned, they are remembered. From birth, we are actors on an ancient stage. Our roles are older than civilization itself. The lover who seeks union, the hero who seeks conquest, the caregiver who seeks purpose, the trickster who seeks freedom. Each archetype contains both light and shadow, creation and destruction intertwined. In relationships, these patterns merge and clash like mythic figures reborn in modern form. The woman who falls for emotionally distant men may be reenacting the myth of Persephone chasing Hades, drawn to the underworld of intensity. The man who always saves broken partners may be trapped in a hero's curse, addicted to rescue because it affirms his worth. We think we're choosing partners freely, but often it's the archetype choosing. Social media only amplifies this theater. The lover posts aesthetic devotion. The hero flaunts victories. The victim writes cryptic captions about pain and healing. We curate our myths in pixels, unconsciously feeding the archetypes that control us. To understand your love life, you must step backstage. Ask yourself, what story keeps repeating? Which role do you play when conflict begins? The pursuer, the rescuer, the martyr, the seducer. When you start recognizing the pattern, you begin awakening from the play. The stage lights dim. The archetypes lose their control. And you, the observer, finally enter consciousness. Inside every one of us lives a full cast of archetypal characters. But in relationships, three dominate the show: the lover, the hero, and the innocent. The lover is driven by passion, emotional intensity, union, ecstasy. Their love burns bright, but often consumes. In shadow, they become obsessive, losing identity in the other. The hero seeks purpose through struggle. They love through action, through proving worth. But in shadow, they fear vulnerability. They protect rather than connect. They may love saving people more than loving them. The innocent seeks safety and unconditional acceptance. They embody purity and hope. But their shadow clings, anxious, idealistic, terrified of rejection. They mistake dependency for devotion. Psychology echoes this in attachment theory. The hero mirrors the avoidant type, fearing intimacy. The innocent mirrors the anxious, fearing abandonment, and the integrated lover mirrors secure attachment, comfortable with both closeness and space. Modern dating culture exaggerates these archetypes. The soft boy performs sensitivity yet avoids depth, the innocent shadow. The alpha male flaunts control, the hero's shadow. The hopeless romantic spirals through heartbreaks, the lover's shadow. These are not random personas. They are ancient masks reshaped by modern culture. When you recognize which archetype dominates your behavior, you begin unmasking yourself, because behind the archetype lies the real you, the self that doesn't need to perform, rescue, or chase, the self that simply loves. Attraction isn't random, it's archetypal chemistry. We are drawn to the energy we lack. The hero longs for the innocent's vulnerability. The innocent craves the hero's strength. The lover seeks reflection in another lover, a union that feels transcendent. But these forces can both heal and destroy, because each archetype carries a shadow, and when shadows meet, the dance turns dangerous. The rescuer finds a victim. The controller finds a submissive. The avoidant finds a clinger. These pairings feel electric, fated, irresistible. But beneath the surface, there are unconscious contracts. I'll complete your wound if you complete mine. This is what Jung called projection, the act of seeing your own unconscious contents in another. You're not just loving them. You're loving a part of yourself that you've disowned. You don't fall in love with people. You fall in love with your reflection. When two mirrors face each other, the reflections are endless. That's the trap of romantic obsession. We chase infinity inside a finite being. Recognizing projection isn't the end of romance. It's the beginning of real intimacy. Because when you stop demanding someone else carry your archetype, you can finally meet them as they are. Attraction isn't destroyed, it's purified. What was once compulsion becomes choice. And love, once unconscious, becomes a conscious dance. Every pattern persists until it's made conscious. That's Jung's most famous insight. And nowhere is it truer than in love. Breaking the archetypal spell begins with awareness. Ask, who do I become when I fall in love? What role do I play when conflict arises? Do I rescue, withdraw, manipulate, surrender? Write it down. Name the pattern. Because what you can name, you can change. Then, identify your dominant archetypes. Are you the hero, proud, disciplined, but afraid of softness? Are you the innocent, hopeful, loving, but dependent on reassurance? Are you the lover, passionate, but prone to self-sacrifice? See them without judgment. Each archetype served a purpose, protection, belonging, survival, but now they limit you. The next step is integration, moving from projection to participation. Instead of unconsciously living your archetype, you use it. You let the hero's discipline create safety. You let the lover's passion create connection. You let the innocent's hope create forgiveness. Finally, meet your shadow, the repressed traits you fear most. If you're always rescuing, learn to let others struggle. If you crave control, learn surrender. If you chase love, learn solitude. Breaking the spell doesn't mean rejecting love. It means awakening inside it. You stop chasing myths. You start creating meaning. When two people become aware of their archetypes, love transforms from chemistry into alchemy. Conscious relationships are not free of conflict. They are containers for transformation. Every argument, every trigger, every silence becomes a mirror. You start to realize the person triggering you isn't your enemy. They're your teacher. Your partner's flaws reveal your unconscious wounds. Their needs reveal your unintegrated shadows. Instead of blaming, you begin to dialogue. Instead of controlling, you begin to understand. This is where individuation, Jung's ultimate goal, begins within partnership. Two people no longer fuse an illusion. walk side by side toward wholeness. In this space, the archetypes don't disappear. They dance consciously. The hero still protects, but now with empathy. The lover still desires, but without obsession. The innocent still hopes, but without dependence. Love becomes a sacred fire. It burns away illusion, leaving authenticity. It's not you complete me. It's you reflect me, so I may complete myself. And this is a paradox. Only when you no longer need someone to fill your void can true intimacy arise. Because conscious love isn't about merging. It's about mirroring the soul until both awaken. That's the alchemy Jung hinted at. Through another, we meet the divine within ourselves. We are myth makers living in modern apartments. We scroll through screens, yet ancient gods whisper through our swipes. Eros, Athena, Apollo, Persephone. Their archetypes live on in our dating apps, our arguments, our heartbreak playlists. But once you see the pattern, you can rewrite the story. You are not condemned to play the same role forever. The hero can learn to feel. The innocent can learn to stand alone. The lover can learn to love without losing themselves. Jung called this process individuation, the integration of all parts of the psyche into a unified self. In love, individuation means using relationships not to escape yourself, but to know yourself more deeply. When you fall in love, the universe hands you a mirror. Most people spend their lives trying to fix the reflection. Few realize the reflection is calling them home. The goal isn't perfect romance. It's psychological wholeness, becoming someone capable of loving and being loved without illusion. So, when the next relationship begins, ask not, is this my soulmate? Ask, which archetype is waking within me now? Because each love, no matter how brief, is a teacher guiding you back to the self. Every heartbreak, every obsession, every longing, all of it is part of the soul's journey toward awareness. And when you finally meet love from wholeness, you'll see the divine drama was never about the other. It was always about you. If this video resonated, it's because you felt it. The quiet repetition of emotional déjà vu, the strange pull toward what hurts, the longing that feels ancient. Now you know it's not bad luck. It's the unconscious, replaying its stories until you awaken. You've learned that inside you live many characters, the hero, the lover, the innocent, each craving recognition. You've seen how projection turns attraction into obsession, and how awareness turned heartbreak into healing. You've learned that the key to better relationships isn't finding the right person. It's becoming the conscious one. When you bring awareness into love, every connection becomes sacred. Every argument becomes an initiation. Every goodbye becomes a lesson in becoming whole. So, as you move through your love stories, remember, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. But fate can be rewritten. Love can evolve. And you can awaken. If this journey spoke to you, subscribe to The Hidden Self. Watch till the end of each episode, where we explore the dark psychology and timeless philosophy behind your everyday emotions. Together, we'll keep decoding the hidden forces shaping our minds, our relationships, and our meaning. Because the truth is, the most powerful love story isn't between two people. It's between you and your own soul.